Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Warwick game, and Warwick is played by Andy once more. And Andy is going to try to counter jungle our Lee Sin. And yeah, that's his strategy. So let's see how that works out. Hopefully this loading screen won't take too long. Kali has a really bad computer. This loading screen has been going on for several minutes already. And yeah, this is probably the reason why it just skips over the first half a minute. So the loading screen basically takes half a minute longer then. And the game already started, but we can't see it. So no skill picked yet, which is excellent. Because, for example, if he wants to jungle, he will probably get either Q or W. Oh, that was a very nice first blood. Not paying attention there to Vladimir, and that's why you don't go sit over here. If you sit over here, there's nowhere you can run. You go sit over there, and then if someone comes in, you have full vision of them, and then once you see someone coming, you run in over here and just run all the way out. Or you stand over here, that's also fine, but that is riskier than being here. So yeah, the top laner needs to go top lane because he's already too late. I don't know who the top laner is. Maybe Blitzcrank. No, Blitzcrank is support. So Timo is going to go top. And I don't know if he has teleport. No, so he will be late in lane. So Warwick is starting off Hunter's Call here, which is the normal skill. But yeah. If you the enemy's probably at their blue, by the way. So what you want to do normally, and we saw that in one of the previous games, if you counter jungle someone in on their blue, you want to protect your own blue because you want to ward that or something like that, just to make sure that the enemies don't get it. And that's why Timo should have gone back straight away. So once they killed Vladimir, Timo should have ran all the way through their jungle and guarded their blue, just so they know whether or not the enemies did that. So yeah, Lee Sin starting off at red, so he won't need his, or he won't take his blue until later. And yeah, this Warwick is of course going to give his blue to Xerath, if Xerath is at all interested. For now, he doesn't seem very interested. And yes, he is coming now, so hopefully he does have the stun thing ready. Come on, blow it up. There we go. Yeah, it didn't use the stun thing, but this one is fine as well, as long as it does enough damage to make sure that you get it. Because most junglers will actually get the 6 damage after each attack mastery. So every time the minions attack you, they will do 6 damage, because it's a very good mastery. And yeah, if you nuke down the blue buff without that, or no, if you try to attack it without that, you have a reasonable chance. No, if you don't have a skill to pick up that blue buff, then you have a reasonable chance that the 6 damage will actually kill it. So he needs to go in the bush. Yes, very nicely done. So he has full vision over here and over here, making sure that Lee Sin can't really come in and kill it. He can still come in and kill it, but it's a lot harder this way. Plus he had smite up. He is probably higher level than Lee Sin, because Lee Sin generally spent some early game time on ganking. Plus he already has 3 big buffs, He has his own blue buff, enemy blue buff, his red buff, and he was close to the blue buff when it died. Oh, and if you're wondering, my voice is a little off today because of the hay fever. So I'm not sick, it's just that my nose is a little bit stuffy. It's not a very fun feeling, but it's just the way it is, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Unfortunately, the medication does not work, so I no longer have medication, which is the same as when I had medication, but it's all good. So, yeah, counter jungle Warwick going to actually counter jungle now, because he feels he's strong enough to do this, getting 3 of the minions. It's such a shame that we can't see the what's his name, the Lee Sin. So yeah, the red buff obviously still gone, because it will come up at about 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Akali, yeah, she's a nice target here, but he should just continue on. He shouldn't really gank too much. All the lanes are pushed, so... Oh wow! Finds the Lee Sin there and gets a very easy kill. Wow, how did Lee Sin go that low that he can actually tower dive him? That is amazing. I don't know if he knew that, but that was ridiculously strong, that move. So yeah, the Akali comes in, and Akali is going to run out because she saw the Warwick. The Warwick is just going to take this big raid. Golem, sorry. The big golem. Akali following all the way, but Akali doesn't have red buff and she doesn't have items yet, so question is whether this is a smart plan on her part, and probably not. So there's the red buff, actually spawned about 10 seconds later than it's supposed to, or than I expected. So he must have a little bit of trouble. He must have had a little bit of trouble with that. And going to take the big raid once again. Yeah, and once again the red buff now in some trouble because they can't see it, and smite is still up. So thank you, says Timo. No, take out the minions. Oh, they die anyway. Okay. So 8 minutes, 7:58. So they take out the red buff, and that is excellent, of course. They had their own red buff already, and nothing happens in the chat. So I don't know if he remembers these timers himself or if he's just going to wing it. But it is, of course, smart to note those timers in the chat, because you want to be there, because you know that Lee Sin is going to be there. You know that Lee Sin wants to be there the moment the buff spawns. That way he has the highest chance to get it back if Warwick forgets to remember the timer. Forgets to remember. That's not correct. So Blitzcrank, he really low here. Probably got harassed by the Corki. And oh, Lee Sin trying to do all kinds of stuff, but he's not going to manage. It is going to be very hard for him to do anything. And let's see if he actually dares to stay in. Yes, he's still there. Yeah, Warwick just annoying him to death here. And the funny thing is, he's not even that far behind. He's at most like a level behind. And bye bye Lee Sin, because there's nobody helping him, and Lee Sin is, or Warwick is obviously getting help from this Zerath. And Zerath is going to get his second blue buff here. Oh, not here. He's going to get the second blue buff on their side. And are they going to for dragon? No. They have a ward on dragon. Dragon can wait. Blue buff, however, will not wait for them. And yeah, he should have given this to Zerat, I feel. Although he was pretty low mana and he wants to stay in, but he still only has boots, so he needs to go back anyway. He needs to pick up some items in order to keep dominating this this enemy team. And is the top lane really doing that badly? It's a Kali. Yeah, well, Kali has died once due to an unfortunate accident. I think she died there, right? No, she didn't die in that scuffle over here. They just got damaged pretty hard. And yeah, there goes the blue buff. So his smite is back up, so he can use that to take it down a little. But he's not going to use that. They are just going to wing it without... Oh, see, and that's the problem. There you had the problem. He doesn't have the mastery, it seems, but that's why you really nuke down that blue buff. Unfortunately, both of the bottom laners seem to be dead. I don't know if Ashe is dead as well. Yep, both of the bottom laners are dead. And that happened because the top laner actually went there. And come on, ult him. Yes, there we go. Anivia goes into egg. And wow, a lot of damage going off on Warwick here. And is Warwick actually... No, he's not going to survive. And Zerat might actually die as well. Yeah, didn't realize that the Anivia still had her egg up, probably. And yeah, now she has blue buff, so that's kind of hard to deal with. And they're probably going to take the red buff if they're anywhere near decent players. And Ashe is going to try to prevent that. Yeah, they are going to try to do that. Oh, wow, that was nice. Yeah, Akali staying in at very low health once again. So it happens so often. And a double kill for Blitzcrank. Weehoo! I have no clue what's going on in this enemy's team's head. It's kind of strange to... well, first of all, for Akali to stay in. Second, to not go straight for the red buff. And yeah, if you see two people coming in because bot lane was killed, and so they're going to be together when they come back. And if you see them getting back, you need to run out if you're low health. So a trade here in bottom lane. Oh, a tower dive from Corki, it seems. And Anivia, still alive, is going to be in trouble now. Hopefully. For us. Come on. Where is she? Oh. You can't see past the wall, really? Huh. Didn't know that. I think that's what happened. I think he was still in the bush. He may have been pushed out of the bush by the wall, that could also be. So, yeah, if Anivia doesn't want to die, he takes the next flying thing on the map, which is Dragon. Dragon is, of course, a very nice addition to the team gold. It's 1,000 extra gold. And, yeah, Lee Sin is not feeding, Lee Sin is just behind. I mean, this guy is level 11. And yeah, Lee Sin is currently level 7. Akali just turned level 8. So all in all, yeah, it's not very easy to stay alive with that. But yeah, the mid laner, the Vladimir, is doing very well. And Teemo is also doing very well. No, but Vladimir is level 11 as well. And seeing that the rest of his team is 8, 9 and 7, that is pretty amazing. So he is the one that's probably killing the minions actually. 87, yeah, so he's over 20 minions up on the next one. And here at least we have 90 minions, 80 minions, then 65, that's pretty low. And Warwick, yeah, he's a jungler and he's been counter jungling all the time, so. And once again, taking out this whole buff camp, but you need to put it in chat. Put it in the chat already, man. Yeah, he's not going to put it in the chat, of course, because if I say that he should, then he's not going to do it anyway. So what's up here? Yeah, Warwick coming in for placement of awards to prevent the ganks, and then gets followed immediately. Come on, Zera, do some damage, dude. So yeah, he did escape, he did place a ward, and he is still pretty high health, so it's all good. And another blue buff for Xerath, who has been supplied with very nice blue buffs all game. And come on, get it already. So yeah, this Xerath is so lucky that Warwick didn't pick the 6 damage from minions mastery, because that would have sucked. Would have lost 2 blue buffs already, which is also the reason why I would give the first blue buff to Xerath and not the second one. Because then if the first one misses, you can always get the second one. If now the first one misses, it really sucks to be him. Oh, a nice arrow, but nothing is going to come of this, because yeah, he still has a pull up. And the stun is quite long, but not that long. The Xerath had to run all the way in there, and yeah, he wasn't going to catch up in time. So it seems that Corki, oh, the ward just timing out. Corki being very lucky there, and unfortunately, yep, he did get the ultimate off, but the Valkyrie just taking him out of range and not taking any damage. Oh, that's not a bug, by the way. That's because both skills went off simultaneously, and that's just the way the program interprets it. But officially, only one of the 2 skills should happen, because you never are at exactly the same time. And no, Vladimir, we cannot report Akali, because we cannot see that she's flaming. We can, however, see that you're being a whiny little bitch. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do against that. Well, spam. You can report them for spam, I guess, or for negative team morale, whatever it's called, negative attitude. That's what it's called. So yeah, I think Lee Sin, yeah, he's going to go for the red buff as well. No, he's just going to stay top. He wants to farm up a little. I don't know how high he is. He's level 9 currently. And oh, Warwick also level 9. That is pretty surprising. Yeah, we saw in the in one of the previous games, I think it was the Alistar, or it was a Alistar game. I forgot actually. And another kill there. Well, anyway, okay, I was just a little too late there. I forgot what I was talking about, but it doesn't matter. We are just going to continue on. Oh yeah, in the No, in the previous counter jungle game we had... Oh, it's the Mundo game. That's the one it was. In the Mundo game we also saw a lot of counter jungling. Well, constant counter jungling. But there the Nautilus was behind by like 6 levels at some point. Because he just couldn't get experience. And I guess Warwick is just taking the buffs here, which really sucks for the enemy team, and they're going to lose because of that. But it's not as bad as it would be when he had taken all of the the minions as well. I mean, taking all of the big raids and big golems all the time. Yeah, the big wolf is a little bit too far out unless you're already doing a blue buff. And an arrow going off, hitting the bear in there. Not managing to hit anything with that. I don't know what he was shooting for. Maybe for this Vladimir? I have no clue. So yeah, it seems that the bottom lane is in some trouble again, because Akali has left the top lane and is just going to be in bottom lane, harassing people there. Warwick coming in, they're going to grab this Corki. Oh, come on. There we go. So it takes 3 tower shots, but nobody following him. No wall coming out from Anivia, no nothing really. The wall from Anivia could have really screwed him here. Because if she walled off over here, that would have screwed him so hard. So they get an Akali. And yeah, they can get another blue buff over here. Come on, Ashe, don't die. No, she doesn't die. Nice. So they get a turret, they get a kill, and they get a blue buff now. Unless, no, Lee Sin did not do it. Thought he might have done it in the time they were attacking the bottom lane. Wow, that's really 3 swipes and he's dead. That is really quick. So yeah, this time he really needed it himself because he was completely out of mana. He's spamming his skills quite a lot because of all the killing, of course. If you want to kill and harass a lot, then you need to use your skills a lot. So the blue buff, yeah, the blue buff really useful there, and the Zerat is just this time doing it on his own, meaning they can actually go get this dragon. He needs to wait a little bit because otherwise yeah, come on, hit it again. You're shopping already, aren't you? Yeah, he's shopping already. He didn't realize that he still had the damage over time from the dragon on it. It's kind of funny that way. A lot of people do this. A lot of people die because of this. You shouldn't shop until you actually recalled. And it takes you like half a second more that way, because most of the time you already have your item selected. And I will say it once again, Madras Blood Razor is a bad item. It deals 4% of the target's maximum health, but that's magic damage, it's not true damage. Which means that they're going to apply this, the magic resist. Magic resist is 30% if people buy nothing against it. So if people don't buy magic resist, they already get 30% reduced damage. And yeah, the 30% will be subtracted from that 4%, making it 1.2% less effective. So you end up with 2.8%, and that's a whole lot less damage for a whole lot of gold you invest. So it's way better to just go for a damage item if you want to do it. Or alternatively, if you want to play Teemo, for example, or Warwick, and you buy the Melody. Melody reduces the magic resist, and that way it will actually do the damage you want it to do. because it does give you the attack damage. Both of the items give you attack or attack speed. Sorry, it does give you the attack speed that most people want out of that item, but yeah, you actually get to do the damage that way. And yeah, on Warwick I don't think Melody plus Madras Blood Razor is a good build, but on Teemo it is, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not a pro Teemo player. I know the pro Teemo players would never play that because it's way too expensive, and it only gives you like, well, it gives you that in the late game, and you really want to have your damage in the early game because that's when Teemo is the strongest. Obviously he can do very well in the late game as well, but he is very strong in the early game compared to other champions. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.